Hey everyone, and welcome back to Steven Watches Movies. I'm Steven, and I love watching movies. It is happening. It is happening right now. The Oscars are happening right now. So this video is obviously not going to be live when I publish it onto YouTube, but I am watching the Oscars live. I've got my predictions that I locked in not too long ago. I think it's going to be a big night for a lot of different categories. You know, as opposed to last year and years before, I think a lot of films are going to get a lot of love. I don't think there's going to be one film that's going to run away with it. It could be Anora. Anora could run away with a lot of categories. I just don't see that happening. I see a lot of films being, equally loved and getting their awards. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Obviously, we've got the Best Supporting Actor award first. It's always first. It's going to be Kieran Culkin. So it's actually kind of a good thing that that award is first because we kind of get the obvious out of the way and then we can move on through the night. So yeah, I'm pumped. I'm excited. Let's go. Let's do this. Can Downey just present all awards? That was quick. All right. So that was Best Supporting Actor, Kieran Culkin. Makes total sense. Well, so far just like we thought. Oh, it's animated. Okay. I thought it was costume design. We're doing animated. Okay. Oh boy. We're gonna just get a heavy hitter right off the hop here. Okay. It's between Wild Robot and Flow. I don't know, in my prediction video I said it was gonna be the Wild Robot, and I did lock that prediction in, but I really hope it's Flow. Well, a lot more cheering for the Wild Robot when it was announced. Okay. Oh, yes, Flow. That's amazing. Oh my god, that is amazing. Oh man, I should have kept Flow. I should have kept Flow as my prediction because honestly, I wanted it to win and I honestly did think it was going to win. I just got swayed in the last moment by everyone that I was watching on YouTube basically saying, well, the Wild Robot, there's just more love for the Wild Robot. And then yeah, even when they said the Wild Robot, just the cheers that were coming out of my speaker here were significantly more than any of the other films. But Flow is just, I mean, it was nominated for international feature. Good for Flow. Good for Flow. I am very, very happy about Flow. This is starting off well. I don't know what this means for the rest of the evening, but this is a really, really, really good start. Even though I don't think Kieran Culkin should have won the Best Supporting Actor award, but it was expected anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, this is a really good start to the evening. We're doing animated short. I unfortunately don't know any of these. I put in a prediction on the awards expert just to put one in because I just, if I get it, that's great. It's just a bonus, but I probably won't get it because I haven't seen any of these movies. So let's see, animated short film, In the Shadow of the Cypress. I did not have that as my pick on awards expert to win this category, so good job for them. It's always nice seeing the short categories because I find anyway that when the filmmakers of the short categories win their awards, they are more genuinely excited. A-list actors get excited about their Oscars too, but I don't know, it just feels more genuine, and so it's great to see these people up on the stage. When the five of them first came out, I was like, why are five of them presenting costumes? But this makes sense. This is actually kind of cool. It's kind of what they did for the acting categories last year, and I think the year before. I can't remember. Kind of cool, kind of interesting. Well, I would say out of the three of them that have gone so far, Lily Rose Depp was the only one that felt very stiff and forced, whereas Elle Fanning seemed genuine, and John Lithgow, obviously. All right, let's see. Wicked. There we go. Yep, that's in line with what I thought, and production design will also probably go to Wicked, but we'll find out soon. But yeah, good for Paul. So again, everything is kind of playing out like we thought, except for Flow, obviously. We're just three categories in though, so this can go off the rails any moment. Original screenplay. Okay. Ooh, what's it going to be? Is it going to be Anora? Is it going to be A Real Pain? The Brutalist? I don't think The Brutalist is going to. Okay, original screenplay. I'm really hoping for A Real Pain here, but this may shape the rest of the night. Oscar goes to Anora. Okay. 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 All right. So this. So what does this mean? Does this mean that this will be the first award for Anora and possibly steamrolling on its path to Best Picture, or is this just the outlier and maybe this is the only award that Sean Baker will win tonight? I don't know. I'm starting to get a little nervous now that Anora might take Best Picture, but we need to see what happens. Obviously, Conclave is going to take the next award, which is adapted screenplay. Adapted. It's going to be Conclave. If it's not Conclave for adapted screenplay, that would be insane. But it will be Conclave. Oh, there are some cheers for Amelia Perez. Yeah, Nickel Boyce has a shot here, I think. Oh, it'd be incredible if Sing Sing could win. Clarence Macklin would be an Academy Award winner at that point, which would be fantastic. Okay, adapted screenplay. Let's go. It's gonna be Conclave. And the Oscar goes to Conclave. There we go. All right. So really, so out of the awards so far tonight, really we've had Flow as a surprise. Anora. See, here's the thing. Anora was not a surprise for original screenplay. I was just really hoping for a Real Pain. But yeah, Conclave winning is fantastic. So Conclave has won. Makeup and hairstyling. It's going to be The Substance, but let's go through this. That's cool. I like that they're doing the clips of applying the makeup. That's cool. Nosferatu has some really great makeup. And then, of course, The Substance, which is like over the top of everything else. All right, the Oscar's going to go to The Substance. Let's hear it. The Substance. Nice. That's fantastic. So The Substance is now Academy Award winner, The Substance. That's fantastic. I'm very happy about that. Could it win another award tonight? Yeah, so really so far the only one that I haven't really liked was the Anora for screenplay, but honestly, I'm not that mad about it, so it's all good. So can I just say that I find it kind of hilarious that they're doing this Bond retrospective, like, what, a week, 2 weeks after the Broccoli sold Bond to Amazon? Interesting timeline here. This section of the Bond song kind of sounds like the Saw theme song. I never noticed that before. Okay, so it looks like we're getting best editing. Oh boy. I think it's gonna be Conclave. I think that's pretty set. But it might be The Brutalist. Alright, Anora. I don't think Anora is gonna win editing. Yes, please stop screaming. God, there was so much yelling in that movie. Yeah, The Brutalist, I don't think, but I think The Brutalist is going to be number 2. Like, it's going to be the runner-up. Unfortunately, we don't ever get to find out who the runner-ups are, but that would be kind of cool. I would love to know who came in first, second, third, fourth, fifth. There's some cheers for Amelia Perez still. Okay, editing. Let's go Conclave. Let's go Conclave. No! Anora gets editing. Wow. Oh my god. I did not see Anora winning this. So Sean Baker now has 2 Oscars tonight. Could possibly have 4? Oh my god. Wow. I cannot believe Anora won for best editing. Okay, so tonight might not go the way that I thought it was going to go. I honestly thought Conclave had adapted screenplay and editing in the bag. And so now Anora has 2. I mean, unless we get a switch later on with maybe Conclave winning Best Picture, I don't see it happening now, especially without editing. I don't see Conclave winning Best Picture. The Brutalist could still eke out a win with Best Director and Best Picture. All right, we got Supporting Actress. This is going to be a category that is an easy one to kind of put to rest. It's going to be Zoe Saldana. Is Jared Leto sitting next to her? No, that's not Jared Leto. Okay, the Oscar goes to Zoe Saldana. Let's go. Zoe Saldana wins the Oscar. All right, so that's an easy one down. So it's kind of nice to get the supporting out of the way now, because I think from here on out, every category is kind of a little bit of a wild card to some degree. So yeah, I mean, especially looking at these clips right now, like honestly, I think Nosferatu looked great, Dune looked great, Conclave looked great. They all looked great, but it will go to Wicked. Wicked? Wicked. Yep. So costume design, production design, that combination for Wicked, that will be the only Oscars that Wicked wins, but two is better than none. So yeah, good job to them. So Wicked wins production design. Oh, Nathan Crowley. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I like Nathan Crowley. Nathan Crowley is really good. Really, really good. Oh, it's legitimately Mick Jagger. I thought that was going to be a joke. Is he doing original song, maybe? That category? That would make sense, right? They're not going to play clips of the songs? Okay, there we go. It's a little worried there for a second. Oh, no. They're kind of doing clips of the songs, but then they have the songwriter speaking over the song? Interesting. Don't get me wrong, it's cool that the songwriters are talking about creating the songs. I think that's really, really cool. And I want more of that. But how about they, I mean, what? There's 5 nominees. So even if you did 15 seconds of the song and then have the songwriter talk after the 15 seconds of the song, I mean, that's doesn't take that long to do. And then audiences at home would be able to understand the song choices. All right, so original song will go to Al Mal. Let's see it. There you go. So Amelia Perez is a 2-time Academy Award winner. I think that's pretty much it. I think that's the end of the Amelia Perez wins for the rest of the night. Documentary short is another category that I haven't seen any of the nominees, so I can't make any judgment calls. The Only Girl in the Orchestra, I was really disappointed because The Only Girl in the Orchestra is on Netflix and I could have seen it, but I just ran out of time. So I think that one's actually gonna win. I don't know. The Only Girl in the Orchestra. Nice. Okay, cool. When there's 2 nominees that win and one of them speaks and they're going on and on and on, I always feel bad for the second nominee, because the moment, or I guess winner, the moment that the first winner stops speaking, that's when they cue the music, and then the second winner doesn't really get an opportunity to speak. So I just feel bad about that. So just like the shorts for documentary feature, I haven't seen any of the nominees, unfortunately. I've heard really great things about all of them, so I am interested in watching them. I've heard that every single one, though, is fairly heavy in tone and content. I may need to space them out a bit and not watch them all in one go. I predicted No Other Land, and I think that's going to be the winner, but No Other Land wins. All right. So really, so far, there hasn't been that many surprises, but... All right, best sound. Dune Part 2, which I think will ultimately win this award, but you never know. It's so cool that The Wild Robot was nominated for best sound. I think that's amazing. I think animated features should be nominated for more things because they do bring a lot to the table. Oscar goes to Dune Part 2. Dune Part 2. Richard King has won a lot of awards, jeez. I mean, he's good at what he does, so. Denis Villeneuve is a great director. He is. Oh, they cut off his mic. Oh, that's too bad. And they were actually pretty quick with their acceptance speeches too, so that's not really fair. But then some people are allowed to drone on and on. I don't know. Okay, visual effects. Alien Romulus. Here's the thing about Alien Romulus is that for the most part, the effects are really, really good. But for me, that one scene, or not the one scene, but the one thing that they did with the android completely ruined it for me, and I did not want it to win. Dune Part 2, great effects. Better Man, great effects. I'm really hoping that Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, though, can... look at that. That's incredible. Look at Raqqa. Oh, Raqqa looks so good. I'm hoping it goes to Kingdom, but it'll probably go to Dune. Oscar goes to... Dune Part 2. All right, Dune Part 2. I should have predicted that. I locked in Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes just right at the very end because I really do believe that Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes should have won this award. The effects are absolutely tremendous. Like Raka, the character of Raka, absolutely phenomenal effects. So it's fine. Dune winning is I don't have a problem with it at all. It's all good. That's good. So Dune won 2 awards. Nice. Oh, we just keep rolling along here. Another category. What category is this? Live action short. Okay. This is People Like Anuja. This category, haven't seen any of the films, have no idea. I'm not a robot. Wow. Okay. I didn't predict that, although I mean my prediction was never going to be right anyway. But good for them. Okay, best cinematography. I'm thinking The Brutalist, but let's see. Edward Lockman. He is good. He is good. He's got an eye. Okay, and the Oscar goes to The Brutalist.
And the Oscar goes to The Brutalist.
The Brutalist. Yes. Well done. Well done. That's awesome. That is awesome that he won, because the cinematography in The Brutalist is very, very good. Although, like I said, I think maybe this made the predictions video, maybe it didn't, I don't remember. But this was a great year for cinematography. Like the cinematography in 2024, there are some really, really great standouts. And so all of the films deserve praise, but The Brutalist was really, really good. Brutalist has one. I'm assuming The Brutalist will take score next, and then Anora will have 2, and The Brutalist will have 2. Although Anora obviously has the more quote unquote important ones in terms of best picture relevancy. We'll see. Oh, best international feature. Whew. Okay. Okay. Brazil, baby. I'm still here. Let's do this. Girl with a Needle. Yeah, okay. Millie Prez. Okay. I am super nervous for this category. I was hoping that this category was going to be later in the ceremony just so I wouldn't have to deal with it right now. But hey, you know what? That's fine. That's fine. We're here. We're dealing with it. It's all good. Oh my God. Okay. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I'm still here. Yes! 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 Oh my God, that's amazing. That's amazing. Oh, that's so good. That is so good. Okay. Oh my God. Okay, I feel so good right now. Oh, it won. That's amazing. That's amazing. Walter, you masterful, masterful man. Amazing. So good. Like, part of me wants to say that I don't care what happens for the rest of the ceremony because now at least I'm still here as Academy Award winner. I'm still here. But obviously there are a lot of key categories to go, but I am so excited. So excited! Oh, so good. Oh, this is amazing. I'm still here. Academy Award winner. I'm still here. Yes. Oh, man. So good. So good. Oh. I'm still running off the high of the I'm still here win, so what are we doing? We're doing original score. Okay. 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 Focus. Focus. Brutalist. Nice. It's a good score. Very, very, very good score. Conclave, also very good score. I love the fact that The Wild Robot was nominated here because again, like I think animated movies need to be loved in other categories. But anyway, the Oscar goes to The Brutalist. Yes, The Brutalist. Nice. Yes, very good. Very, very good. I think everybody in the theater's happy about this win too. Okay, is it going to be Adrian Brody? I think it's still going to be Adrian Brody. A lot of claps for Timothy Chalamet. Coleman Domingo. So good. Like, he's not going to win this one this year, but he will win an Oscar one year. For sure. He has to. He's too good. Okay. Adrian Brody, let's go. Adrian Brody. Nice. Nice. Nicely done. Adrian Brody was so good, and he really had to carry that film. Like, he had the supporting cast around him because Guy Pearce was phenomenal in that film, but he really had to hold that for 3.5 hours, or 3:20 with intermission. But well, kind of already is. Killian Murphy's just standing there like, okay. Yeah, I think it's gone on a little bit too long, I think. The problem is that he has really good things to say. He's just taking forever to say them. Yeah, music. Let's go. Oh, wow. Tarantino. Oh, man. I'm starting to get a little nervous that it's going to be Sean Baker, but it's got to be Brady. It's got to be Brady. Come on, Brady Corbet. It's not going to be James Mangold. I mean, if James Mangold wins, that would be insane. It's not going to be Jacques Audiard. If Jacques wins, it's going to be insane. And unfortunately, it's not going to be Corley. I would love to see Corley take this Oscar, but it's between Sean and Brady, and the Oscar goes to Brady. Come on. Oh, Sean Baker. Wow. Wow. So he won for screenplay, editing, and now directing. Oof. Okay. Okay. So I mean, that was a really good speech. I still don't. I still don't like the fact that he won for best director, but I mean, I'm a little biased. I didn't really connect with Anora. I don't think Anora is as good as everybody is making it out to be. I struggled with understanding how Anora could possibly even be nominated in a lot of these categories. Never mind winning. So now it looks like Anora is going to be the best picture winner. And honestly, I think if that's the case, like, I'm very sad if that's the case. But I think if Anora wins, I think we're going to look back 10 years from now and question it. But that's just me. As we approach the last two categories, Best Actress and Best Picture, I'm hoping for Fernanda Torres win in Best Actress. If not Fernanda Torres, then Demi Moore. I would be very happy with that too, but I'm hoping Fernanda Torres. And then, of course, we've got Best Picture coming up, but Emma Stone is coming out to present Best Actress. Whew, okay, here we go. Come on, Fernanda. Best Actress in a Leading Role. Yeah, Demi Moore. Oh, Fernanda Torres. Oh, it's such a great scene. They could have chosen any scene. Anyway, come on, Fernanda Torres. Fernanda Torres. Or Demi Moore as a backup. Okay! So they loved Anora. They absolutely loved Anora. Wow. Man, they loved Anora. I don't see it. I don't see the love. I'm bummed because I think Best Picture is gonna go to Anora now. Like there's no shot. It's not gonna be The Brutalist. It's not gonna be Conclave. It's not gonna be any of them. It's just gonna be Anora. So how many is that then? That's screenplay, editing, director, actress, and then picture. So it's gonna win 5. It was nominated for 6 though. Was it cinematography that was nominated for? I don't remember. I can't I can't remember right now what it was nominated for. But I believe there was 6 nominations for Anora. So that means 5 wins. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. I mean, good for her. Good for her. Her performance was good. That's the thing, is I will not say that her performance was bad. Her performance was good. I just don't think that her performance was Academy Award winner worthy performance. It was not at that level. It was not at that level. I mean, really, the only one at that level was Fernanda Torres anyway. So, but it was good. It was a good performance. Well, they might as well just present Best Picture right now then, because it's obviously Anora. I think it should be The Brutalist. I really do think it should be The Brutalist. If not, I'm still here, obviously. But yeah, Dune Part 2, yeah, it's not going to win. Amelia Perez isn't going to win. I'm still here. Oh my god. Like, I mean, that would also be an upset, I think, at this point in the night if it won. But I would be so incredibly happy. Nickel Boys, great film, but unfortunately doesn't have a shot. The Substance isn't going to win either. And Wicked isn't going to win either. And the Oscar goes to... Anora. Original screenplay, editing, directing, actress, and picture. So 5 awards for Anora. Well, this is not how I thought the night was going to go. I honestly thought that there was going to be a little bit more of a spread of the awards for Conclave. I thought the Brutalist was going to win more, for sure. Okay, so now that the ceremony is over and all the winners have been handed out, let's debrief, I guess. Okay, I'm going to go through the winners. I'm just on the Oscars page, so what they do is they put everything in alphabet. They put the categories in alphabetical order, so I'm just going to go through it there from bottom to top, I guess. Okay, writing original screenplay, Anora won. I was really hoping that A Real Pain could win in this category. I'm not mad with Anora winning, but I don't know. The consistent feeling that I had all night and the consistent feeling that I have for most of the winners is I'm not a fan of Anora. So here's the thing: is that if you're a fan of Anora, good for you. And honestly, I wish I was a fan of Anora. I wish that I could understand and appreciate the film like you do and like many others do. But I just don't. I just did not connect with the film at all. I talk a little bit more about that in my Anora review. So if you're interested, you can check that out and hear more of my thoughts on Anora. I'm not terribly mad with the original screenplay Oscar going to Sean Baker for Anora. So it's not a big deal. I'm fine with it. Adapted screenplay, obviously Conclave winning. That was pretty much there's only a few locks this year for who was going to win Oscars, and Conclave winning adapted screenplay was pretty much a lock. So glad it won. If it wasn't Conclave, I wanted it to be Sing Sing. So, but I'm very glad that Conclave won. It had a very tight, strong screenplay. Visual effects went to Dune Part 2. Here's the thing: I wanted Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes to win. There are some phenomenal visual effects in that film, but I also get it though, because when I was watching Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, I didn't necessarily like the visual effects from the start. And also there's certain characters in the film that I don't think work very well because of the visual effects. And then there's characters like Raka, one of the best computer generated characters of all time, I think. Like, it's just absolutely insane. So I will say that it's kind of inconsistent. So I'm fine with it going to Dune Part 2 because the one thing about Dune Part 2's visual effects, they are fairly consistent. They're really good throughout. I think Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes has higher highs, but it also has lower lows, whereas Dune Part 2 just kind of goes right through the middle. So I'm fine with Dune Part 2 winning. I completely understand the award, so that's all right. Sound going to Dune Part 2, I'm definitely fine with it. I thought Dune Part 2 had amazing sound. I'm really happy that The Wild Robot was nominated. Like I said during the ceremony, I really hope that this is the start of something where we get animated films nominated in other categories. A live action short film, I'm Not a Robot one. Great for them. Again, I haven't seen any of those films, so I can't comment. Production design going to Wicked. This was pretty much what I thought would happen. Nathan Crowley, I love Nathan Crowley, the production designer. He's done a lot of Christopher Nolan films. He's done a lot of insane things over the years in his films and other films that he's worked on as well. So Nathan Crowley getting the award, I'm all for that. Then we've got okay, I'm going to skip Best Picture. I want to come back to that. Musical original song going to Al Mal. Honestly, I listened to all the songs. I didn't really like any of them. Like, I think Like a Bird was probably my favorite, but even then, I don't think it was that strong of a song. So I don't know. I was fine with the original song going to Al Mal for Amelia Perez. Original score going to The Brutalist. Wonderful. Makeup and hairstyling going to The Substance. Super happy about that. Honestly, I would have been fine with it going to A Different Man or Nosferatu because the makeup in those films are really good. And I loved actually in the ceremony them showing sort of the process of applying the makeup and showing some scenes that highlight the makeup. But The Substance winning, fantastic. I'm just happy that it's now considered an Academy Award winner and it didn't go home empty-handed. I'm going to skip the international because I want to talk about that. Film editing, Anora. I am very disappointed in the film editing category. Take my thoughts of Anora outside of this conversation, okay? I really don't think that Anora should have taken best editing, but I do think the editing in Conclave is really, really well done. The editing in The Brutalist is well done. I think it could have been edited more, but I don't necessarily think that hurts the film because I also think Anora could have been edited down too. I just felt like the first act dragged, and I felt like the film easily could have had about maybe 15 minutes of it taken out and really tightened up. And it's funny because Sean Baker, when he won for best editing, he said that he saved the film in the edit. And when he said that, I was very confused because I was like, I think you needed to edit more. I think there was more that you could have done to really make this a tight film, but it's not. There are scenes that just drag. The ending does take a little bit longer than it should to wrap things up and to get things going. So anyway, that's all to say that I'm really disappointed that Anora won Best Film Editing because I really think that The Brutalist or Conclave should have won, especially Conclave. I love the editing in Conclave. Okay, documentary short film. Haven't seen it. The Only Girl in the Orchestra won. So that's really cool, but I really do want to knock the shorts off my list. I want to get them watched. Yeah, I'm going to watch The Only Girl in the Orchestra this week and see what made it such an award-winning film. Documentary feature film, again, kind of like the shorts. I didn't have an opportunity to watch any of these this year. I'm really behind on watching films. But No Other Land won. I'm fine with that. Directing, I'm going to skip directing. I'm going to come back to that. Costume design, Wicked won for costume design. That's fine. I'm perfectly happy with it. Gladiator 2, I mean, say what you will with the film. I do think that the costumes are both really good and also not. But here's the thing. I think my problem with the costumes in Gladiator 2 have nothing to do with the costumes. Has nothing to do with costume design. It has to do with the fact that the film was shot digitally. Everything is so crystal clear in that film that sometimes the costumes in Gladiator 2 look and feel like costumes. It looks too clean, it looks too fresh, it looks like somebody created it for the film and not just, oh hey, this character's wearing it. And then Nosferatu, I thought the costumes in Nosferatu were fantastic. Going back to the ceremony, when the 5 actors came out and spoke about the nominated films that they were in, it was interesting that Lily Rose Depp really didn't look like she wanted to be there. The other ones spoke very well. Like Elle Fanning was very excited to be able to talk about the costume designer. You know, talking about Linda Muir, Lily Rose Depp just didn't seem like she cared. Cinematography, going to The Brutalist, a wonderful winner for that. So Ed Luckman is a tremendous cinematographer. He makes some gorgeous, gorgeous visuals in films. So part of me thought that he might actually sneak in and win, but it did go to Lol Crowley for The Brutalist. Very happy about that. I think in order to maintain a high level of cinematography through that film is impressive. Animated short film, just like the short films, haven't watched it. So In the Shadow of the Cypress one, I'll have to check that out, and the others as well. Animated feature film went to Flow. I am so excited that it went to Flow. You know, I changed my prediction right at cause literally last night. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, it is Sunday, March 2nd and Saturday, March 1st when I was kind of putting together my predictions and I was writing them down and kind of thinking them over. Flow was my prediction for best animated feature film. And this morning, I watched a few other YouTube videos and went online and looked at some other predictions. And everyone was just so high on the Wild Robot. So I switched it to the Wild Robot. I regret switching it to the Wild Robot. I should have left it at Flow because Flow is a very deserving winner. I am so incredibly happy that that very small team won for this superb film. It is wonderful. Moving actress in a supporting role. Honestly, not much to talk about here. It kind of went the way that we thought. Zoe Saldana won for Emilia Perez. And honestly, I think out of all of the options, I would have went for Zoe Saldana. I would have voted for her. She was the bright light in a film that didn't necessarily work. And every time, I think I've said this a few times in a bunch of different videos now, but I'll say it again. Every time in Amelia Perez, I was taken out of the story because something wasn't working. She was the one who brought me back in. And I think that is very impressive and something that not everyone can do. And then we have actress in a leading role. Maybe I'll come back to that. Actor in a supporting role, Kieran Culkin. This was easy peasy. I really didn't think anybody else had a shot. If somebody else were to upset, I was hoping it was going to be Guy Pearce. I thought Guy Pearce should actually win because I think he is one of the most underrated actors of the last couple of decades. And he really brought it for this role in this film. Kieran Culkin was great. Don't get me wrong. I loved Kieran Culkin's performance, but part of me thinks Kieran Culkin's performance is the acting, but also the screenplay. I really do think the screenplay elevates performances in this film, whereas The Brutalist, the screenplay didn't really elevate the performances. The performances were the shining lights. So I don't know. I would have voted for Guy Pearce, and I was hoping that he would win. But Kieran Culkin winning, it's fine. It's, you know, it's kind of like Zoe Saldana. It's like, okay, we come to the end. It's the exact person that we thought the entire time because they've been winning everything, and that's perfectly fine. The same thing happened last year, actually, in supporting roles because Robert Downey Jr. steamrolled the entire thing. And then in supporting actress, it was Divine Joy Randolph. She steamrolled, she won everything. So it's kind of the same thing because Divine Joy Randolph and Zoe Saldana, they won everything. And then Robert Downey Jr. and Kieran Culkin won basically everything too. So that's back-to-back years where the supporting actor and actress steamrolled their way to a win. So I'm kind of hoping next year we get a little bit more of a varied experience with the supporting categories. Just a little bit more of a race. Just a little bit. I'm not asking for season-long races. Just a little bit more of a race, maybe, potentially. An actor in leading role, Adrian Brody. Very, very, very happy about this. Really, I would have been happy with Ralph Fiennes, and I would have been really happy with Coleman Domingo. I think Coleman Domingo will win an Oscar one day. He is absolutely incredible in everything that he does. But Adrian Brody, I'm very happy with that win. The one thing about Adrian Brody winning that wasn't necessarily the greatest thing was his extraordinarily long speech, but it's not a big deal. So then let's go back to, okay, actress in a leading role, Mikey Madison wins for Anora. So if actress in a leading role, Fernanda Torres was the best actress in this category, head and shoulders above anyone else on this list. But then I think if Fernanda Torres didn't win, then I really wanted it to be Demi Moore for a couple of reasons. I think the performance is really good and really solid, but two, it's from a genre film, which would have been really nice to see genre films being awarded more than just makeup. And also, too, I don't want to say that I'm giving into the narrative, but I kind of was giving into the narrative of the fact that Demi Moore's had this long career. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying give out career awards. I don't want career awards to be given out, but Demi Moore was in that kind of zone of you could give it to her and it could be kind of like a career award, but it's also deserved. It's not just giving someone because, oh, it's their time. They were really good, legitimately. So I was really hoping for Demi Moore. And then Mikey Madison won. I liked her performance. I didn't think it was Academy Award nominated good, never mind winning. I don't know. I'm trying to walk a fine line here because I don't want people to think that I'm hating on Anora just to hate on Anora because I didn't like it or I didn't connect with it, because I'm not. I just didn't think the performance was that good. I honestly didn't. I didn't. I don't know. I need to watch it again, maybe. Maybe I'll see it. But so here's the thing. I gave it a 3.5 out of 5, so it's not like I hated the film. I actually did like the film, and I thought it was good. Maybe even great. I could even say that I thought it was great. But I just don't think it was that great. And I don't think her performance was that great either. And so I was very confused why she was even being nominated for awards. And but everyone loved Anora. I don't know. I'm in the minority on this one, and I understand that. I do understand that documentary, film editing, international feature film. I am so incredibly happy that I'm still here. One, as you can tell from my reaction during the ceremony. So having I'm Still Here win is fantastic, and it really does show that voters understood the assignment, right? I believe that Emilia Perez was going to win this, and I honestly believe that Emilia Perez might have won Best Picture. Obviously, the love for Anora is there, but I think Anora would have been fine even with Emilia Perez winning awards. But I think everything that's happened, I'm really glad that actually Zoe Saldana was insulated from the chaos of Emilia Perez, and so she was able to still win all of her awards because I think it was deserved, and I think she had nothing to do with any of the chaos. So I'm really glad that happened. But in the category of international feature film, I am really glad that it was affected, and I'm Still Here came out for the win. The voters did the right thing. They awarded the correct film here. Very happy. I'm Still Here is an Academy Award winning film. Oh, that is so exciting to say. I am so pumped for it. Yeah, that's the highlight of the ceremony for me, hands down. And then the last one, I did everything else. If I missed a category, then forgive me. But Best Picture going to Anora. So going through the list, honestly, Wicked didn't have a shot. The Substance didn't have a shot. Nickel Boys didn't have a shot. I think I'm Still Here actually did have a shot. And I would love to see the breakdown of where the films landed. Like what was second, what was third, all the way to 10th. It probably had a really good showing. Emilia Perez, I think it really did have a shot in the beginning, and then after everything dropped down. Dune Part 2 was never really in the conversation, but it was a great nomination anyway. Conclave was definitely, 2 or 3. And A Complete Unknown, I think, was probably number 4 or 5. And then you have The Brutalist, which was, again, 2 or 3 with Conclave. But obviously, the voters loved Anora. They loved Anora way more than I thought they would. I thought they would spread the love on a few different films. I honestly thought that Sean Baker would win for directing and then The Brutalist would win for Best Picture. Did not happen. Anora won. And yeah, I don't know. I would have been happy with The Brutalist winning, Conclave winning, and I'm Still Here winning. And even The Substance winning. Even though I have major issues with the third act, I think The Substance winning would have just been like chaotic and in a good way. I don't know. I can't connect with Anora. I was never rooting for Annie the entire film. I was rooting against her. I wanted her to fail. I wanted the marriage to not work. And so when chaos does end up ensuing, I wasn't like, oh, that's too bad. I was like, yeah, actions have consequences. Imagine that. Flawed characters are the cornerstone of great films. But when the character just makes bad decisions the entire time and then gets upset when those bad decisions go south, I mean, that's basically the whole second act of the film and really the third act. But anyway, that's just me. And you know what? It's actually funny because everyone keeps talking about the whole sex worker aspect to this film. It really doesn't have an impact on this film, in my opinion. Like, it has an impact on the first act, but really once she's at the mansion and the guys come to essentially sort it out, and then Ivan takes off, from that point on, which is most of the movie, the whole sex worker aspect to her character and to the film ceased to really have an impact. It then became very much just a relationship drama between Annie and Ivan and the characters surrounding them. I've seen it pop up a lot that, the film really, it's a really, advocates for sex workers. And I was like, I don't know, I watched the film and it really doesn't. Like, it touches on it and it shows that in the first act, but then it just drops it. Even though the first act is too long for the film, I think, I was on board with this film. I was like, this is going to be a great, great film. And then when it sort of takes a bend, and then we go into the whole, like, we have to find Ivan debacle, and then, the parents are coming and things like that. It became a separate film that I was like, I have no interest in this film anymore. But really, the moment they get married, I'm like, what are we doing? What is this film? It just didn't make sense to me. So anyway, Anora winning Best Picture to me is not the right choice. I don't know. That's probably enough talk about this. This is going to be probably the longest video that I've ever done. and it's going to be a lot of rambling. So I guess if you're still with me to the bitter end, thank you very, very much for watching. This has been a crazy award season. For me on the channel up next, I think it's going to be. I had a really great time watching I'm Still Here, and I've had so many recommendations of other Brazilian films to watch. So I really think I'm going to. I really wanted to watch them a few weeks ago, and then work and some other things got in the way, and so I couldn't watch them. Even if I can't do a reaction, like I would love to do a reaction to some of these films, but even if I can't do a reaction, I definitely want to do a review at least, and so review some of these Brazilian films because I'm sure they're absolutely wonderful, and I cannot wait to watch them. And also some other international films as well, because I think there's so many international films that aren't being looked at, especially by North American audiences. They are being looked at in their home countries, but not North American audiences. So something that I'm going to play with maybe in the coming months, just to see what I can do. And because now that the craziness of the Oscar season is over, I can kind of do what I want to do instead of focusing on just one aspect of it. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. What did you think of the ceremony? What are your thoughts on Anora? And please, 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 if you love Anora, and there are specific reasons why you love Anora and you want to share them with me, please share them with me, because I want to be convinced. I want to be converted. I want to love Anora. I do. I think I said this in my Anora review. I want to love every movie I watch. I don't go into a movie thinking, oh, I'm going to hate this, or I don't want to like this, or whatever. I want to love every movie that I watch because I love watching movies. Movies are very important to me. So I want to love Anora, and I don't love Anora currently. So let me know. Let me know the things that you love, and then hopefully you can get me onto that side of potentially loving this film, this Academy Award winning Best Picture film. So let me know all your thoughts. I would love to hear them. And for all my Brazilian friends out there, how happy are you that I'm Still Here is an Academy Award winning film now? Ah, so good. So good. Anyway, again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.